Okay, so for the folks, mostly bots, hopping in my comments to talk about the name only tests, I'm so glad you brought that up. I'm so glad you brought that up. You're about to not be glad that you brought that up because that's the next piece that they haven't said yet, but it's coming. It's coming because if you actually look at it all, you see it. This is one of the things we've been talking about when we said math. Okay, all right, now try to keep up. There was a much higher than normal percentage of name only, the double B's, okay, and splits in those special places, all right? In the other video, I was specifically talking about the splits, but I wasn't ignoring the name only ones, all right? Now, the issue with the splits is that in those special places, all of the splits are blue team. And we only split at the top. We broke off at the top and then went blue for the rest of the way. And a high number of us only did it in certain places. Okay? Special ones that haven't been scooped up in 40 years by the same person. Now, darling, when you look at the numbers of how much the difference is between the big names at the top, you will notice that the difference is very close to the number of splits, meaning the number of name only that show up for the red name, okay, is very, very close to the number of splits on the other side where they jumped. So do you understand? Do you follow? They're name only in column red because column blue is missing a whole bunch of names and just has all the other answers filled in. That's the part they haven't said next, but that's the part that one of the many things we've been screaming about for the past month, that's one of them. When we said the math, that's one of the really, you see how that's kind of a, you see, that's why we were like, how come no one's saying anything? Because it's pretty right in your face. So, and that's why we're excited. Yeah. So, yeah, both. I'm so glad you brought that up. I'm so glad you brought that up so that I could make sure to break that all the way down. Now, I said close. I didn't say exactly because I'm sure there were a bunch of Mad Hatters that went out and did name only for their guy. So we're not talking about those. Those exist. We're not doubting those. We're not denying those. We are talking about the suspiciously close numbers of what's missing on one side and what appears on the other column. And then this mystery only happens in those special places. It didn't happen in other places, just them. All right, that's all. That's all for this one. Okay, so glad I could clear that up.